Netflix, you could have done something that would have made us all happy, like porting over the remainder of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures past Stardust Crusaders, but instead, you marketed this catastrophe. Bravo! I know everyone already has a premise on this topic already, but let me just provide what I took away from the film after watching it, which I absolutely regret doing, by the way. I feel like I just unintentionally committed a felony by watching this abhorrent load of garbage. I'll start off by saying, are you fucking kidding me? I thought I would come out of this thinking, I can see why people might defend or enjoy this movie. But what I ended up coming out thinking was, anyone who righteously defends this movie has both garbage taste in filmography and is a potential pedophile. The most logic this movie has is whenever a character states that the girls are just kids and then walks away. Aside from the obvious fact that children are overly sexualized, the movie itself is still shit. There's 50 different underlying messages, the plot jumps all over the place, nothing makes sense or coherently progresses. It's a jumbled mess. The premise sets the movie up like it's going to be about diverging from your own culture and being yourself, but then jumps into little girls pop-locking in a train yard wearing leather tights and thigh-high jean shorts like they're rehearsing for the next Patrice Wilson music video. Let me also say that we don't need a movie to tell us that children are impressionable. We know they're impressionable. You marketed this movie for adults, which I might add has a TV mature rating for language specifically. Hello? The film started out okay for the first 10 minutes, but the longer it went on, the more fucked up everything got. Let me save you the emotional damage you'd have from watching this movie by describing a couple of the scenes that really got to me. 2 straight minutes of young girls ass popping and learning how to twerk. There was also a scene where the girls are playing with a condom and then proceed to vigorously scrub the mouth and tongue of the one who touched it. Then they fucking blindside you and have a girl on the rival dance team flash her goddamn nipple in a dance video. I don't know how old the girl who did that was, but I still feel horrible for having seen it. There is a literal scene where a security guard is blatantly staring at the ass of these young girls while they're dancing in front of him. There's also one scene where the main character, Ami, is wearing a see-through shirt while her mother is performing an exorcism splashing water on her, which somehow leads to her twerking on the floor. And they perform this exorcism because she stabbed a classmate's hand with a pencil because he slapped her ass for posting a picture of her crotch online. And then there's a final scene of these 13-year-olds promiscuously outfitted, dancing on a stage, and filmed in a way that accentuates their body parts with literal ass shots. The cameraman who filmed this also deserves to be put on the watch list because there's no way in hell you film that and not once think that what you're doing is absolutely wrong. The female director, yes, female, because if the director was a male, they would probably be locked up before the movie made it past production. She stated in an interview that Cuties is, and I quote, a deeply feminist film with an activist message. Now, I'm not an avid movie watcher, but I can assure you that if that was the message, you conveyed it horrifically. She's so twisted in the head reviewing this movie and thinking that this is what will get the message of empowerment and femininity and defying culture across to all the viewers. What you've essentially done is encourage normalization for putting these young children in this type of light, while providing jerk-off material for all the pedophiles in the world who have a Netflix subscription. Also, I already formed my opinion of you the second I heard you pronounce femininity wrong.
Femininity.
To further reinforce how atrocious this movie is, Rotten Tomato critics have the audacity to give this movie a 90%. We already figured Rotten Tomatoes are sellout pseudo-intellectuals who believe that their word is law, but this just hit the nail right into your detestable faces. Thanks for proving the internet right. One reviewer in particular stated that you are not forced to watch it. Let me clue you in on something. That doesn't fucking matter. The movie exists, and there are scenes explicitly detailing shots of children's bodies. Either we didn't see the same movie, or you're completely fucking mental, because for you to pull a don't watch it if you don't like it card here in this scenario is nothing short of ignorant. Also, there's a YouTuber who so graciously points out to us that they're supposed to be hot. And I quote, "They are hot, specifically the blonde one."
They're pretty hot. And you know, you can say whatever you want about me. It's not my fault. I didn't make them do that. They did that. That's the point. That's the whole point of the movie, is that you're supposed to be sitting there thinking, look at the blonde one. You're supposed to be sitting there holding these two thoughts in your head, and one, that these are kids, and the other, that they're hot. But yeah, as far as like sexy music videos go, it's not bad.
He needs to be dipped in a cauldron full of boiling lava, because I couldn't stop beating myself senseless for even having opened this godforsaken movie. I can't stop shuddering at the amount of people coming in to protect this pile of hot garbage. I'm all for supporting opportunities to provide child actors and actresses a place that they can show their talents. Stranger Things is a prime example of Netflix doing this properly, but the premise on which this movie is built on has screwed both the children and their future careers over, and their parents should be absolutely ashamed for letting their kids participate in this film. The absolute, detestable, disgusting, sheer fuckery of what the director made these children do made me so fucking upset of what I watched that it didn't even matter how well the kids acted. I cannot stress this enough. Do not support this movie. Do not watch this movie. If you defend this movie, I have no words for you. I tried to give this film the benefit of the doubt, despite all the criticisms I've seen and heard, as well as the contents of the Netflix trailer. But the second you put in a shot of a young girl dressed in scantily clad clothing popping her ass around, you have lost me so far deep in the ground that you'll never be able to excavate me out of the dirt I belong in for having watched this piece of shit. But anyways, thanks for watching. I really try not to put my opinions in so much into my videos because I might slip and say something stupid and regrettable. But in this particular case, I couldn't care less. Fuck this movie, and fuck you Netflix for even letting this make it past the drawing board. I'm gonna go wash out my eyeballs now. See you next time.